Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I want to give a quick overview of what we're working on today. So today really marks our last day of studying ancient India. Following the rest of the following week, we're going to start to dive into ancient China. So as our culminating activity for ancient India, we're going to be doing our timeline challenge, and you should have gotten a white front and back paper. It has on it, I'll show you guys here, I think this is the back side where there's your questions about the timeline. And then the front side, I apologize, I can't find my scanned copy of it, but it really does look exactly like this one here. So it's almost an identical copy of the textbook pages. Yours is just in black and white. And then in this part of the page, there's a list of directions and things that the timeline asks you to do. So in order to complete today's learning, you'll need to go to textbook page 178, 179, and just as you go through each step, you're going to look at the various moments in the ancient India timeline and work on answering those questions. Okay, you guys are welcome to use the colored pencils in the back of the room if it helps to kind of color coordinate things. I know that TCI does a really great job, our textbook company, of labeling things in terms of social structure, government, religion, arts, technology, writing system. Hey, this should sound kind of familiar, like the grapes activity that we did on Friday. So if you already noticed that, you're a rock star. So let's look at some of these timeline challenge questions. Okay, so directions right here. It says answer each question with complete sentences and use your resources. This is not meant to be done from memory. I want you to use your textbook resources. Okay, so for example, number one, how many years lie between the beginning of the first item on this timeline, the sewer system in Mohenjo-daro? Remember when we traveled to ancient Mohenjo-daro? And the last, which is the Gupta Empire. Look at the timeline on, so that's one question, okay? So you'll need to answer that one question right here. Then there is a second part of the question, right? As sixth graders, we're getting more advanced in terms of our writing. So slow down a little bit and make sure you answer both pieces. Look at the timeline for Unit 1. So this is way back to the early humans that we read about. Is there more or less time between the first and last items on Unit 1? So in your textbook, you'll need to go back to that page 60 and decide. So from our sewer systems to the Gupta Empire is some amount of years, okay? Then you'll go back to your Unit 1 in your textbook and see from whatever their first item is to their last item is and see which has more years, okay? I will remind you guys that we're starting to enter the Common Era, okay? So remember that this is that like 0 year, and for most of our time together in ancient history, we've been in the BCE, which is like the negative number line. So this would be like 0, negative 500, negative 1000, negative 1500, blah, 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 okay? Over here is like the positive side of the number line. So positive 1, positive 2, all the way to positive 500, positive 1000, right? 2019, we'd probably be right over here somewhere if the timeline kept going off the page. Okay, so be careful when you're doing your adding of years and stuff, because just like on the positive and negative number line, right, this counts as 500 years, and then this counts as another however many years that I can't read. It's too tiny for me right now. So that you're doing the math correctly, right? I can't just subtract these two numbers because they're from different time periods. Okay, so do take your time with this. Whatever you don't finish is going to be your homework tonight. I think most of you could finish in class. You're welcome to work with your elbow partner as always. And if for some reason you're not quite caught up on some of your Cornell notes and you finish early, I would definitely take advantage of that time in class. All right, guys, again, if you need me via email, please do let me know, and I will be happy to respond as best as I can. Hope all is well, and good luck.